Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Technical Forum of Hydrogen and Fuel Cells Europe. I'm Bernhard Jekel, I'm the moderator for today and for the next 2 days. And we present you very good speeches, and the next presentation will be about large-scale electrolyzers or large-scale electrolyzers, and I learned that they have the biggest single-stack electrolyzer. I find this very impressive. I'm very curious about Stéphane Pueysy, Senior Vice President, Hydrogen Business. Welcome on the stage.
Good morning. Let me give you some words about our John Cockerill company and about our electrolyzers and the task on which we are working to supply the best electrolyzers of the market. Okay, some few words about our company. So John Cockerill is a private company existing for more than 200 years old. We have a little bit more than 6,000 employees in the world for a turnover of 1 billion plus. And we are present in a little bit more than 50 countries in the world. So our group is divided in 6 sectors. Services sectors, defense, industry, environment, energy solutions, and the one on which I'm working, it's renewable. Some key figures about our hydrogen sectors. So in 2021, we have sold 215 megawatt electrolyzers, and we have delivered on site 153 megawatt electrolyzers. So today we have 1/3 of the worldwide market share, and we have a little bit more than 250 people who are only working for this hydrogen business. It's not enough. We hire people every day. Only to give you some figures, from January, only for hydrogen, we have hired more than 70 engineers. So we hire, so you are welcome if you want to join our company. Again, some key figures about hydrogen. So we are working on the electrolyzer business for more than 25 years. We have already delivered in the world 1,000 references. We are mainly focused on the very large-scale hydrogen business solutions. We have today, I will give you some words about it, we have today the biggest single stack, so 5 megawatt, and now we have sold our first 6.5 megawatt single stacks. And we expect to reach 8 gigawatt capacity by 2025. What is our scope, or what are our scopes? We have mainly 3 scopes. The first one is the equipment supply. So not only the stack, it's what we call the stack or the electrolyzer island. So from the daeming station, transformer rectifier, purification skids, separation skids, storage, dryer, compressor, till the refueling station. So this is our first scope, so equipment supplier. The second one is that we are EPC, so we are also bidding and realizing projects as EPC, alone or in partnership, in consortium with some huge key EPC players. And the third scope we are following, is what we call the LTSA, Long-Term Service Agreement, or the OEM, Operation and Maintenance. So today we are signing contracts, EPC contracts, including also the LTSA contract for the next 8 or 10 years. So of course we give them guarantees, for example, on the efficiency degradation, on the availability of the site, and then during 8, 10, 12 years. About our existing manufacturing shops today, so we have our first one in China with a capacity today of 350 megawatt. We are starting the construction of the second one, the extension of the existing one. So we will double the capacity in China in the next few months. The next one is the one in France, in Europe, just at the border between France and Germany in Alsace. So it will be a 1 gigawatt manufacturing shop. We'll start in quarter 2 2023 to deliver 200 megawatt and then going up till the 1 gigawatt. We will have the production of the key components, so meaning electrical plates, rings, welding, nickel plating of bipolar plates and so on there in Europe, in France. And we will realize the assembly in Belgium, in our headquarters next to Liège. So these are, I would say, the two first manufacturing shops. Some weeks ago, we have signed an agreement, a JV, with a company in India, Greenko, key user in renewable energy. And we have started the construction of the first 1 gigawatt manufacturing shop in India. Today, we are trying to finalize some deals in other countries in the world, and you will see our goal is to reach the 8 gigawatt capacity by 2025. Some examples of projects we are following today, we are realizing today. The first one is a 110 megawatt project in China for Baofeng, powered by a 200 megawatt solar PV park. The second one, this one is in Belgium. It's a JV between three actors, John Cockerill, ENGIE and Carmeuse. So only to give you very quickly some words. So the work of Carmeuse is to enter with limestone and to produce lime, CaO, and of course, unfortunately, to produce CO2. We are supplying the electrolyzer, supplying hydrogen, O2 and heat. With the hydrogen, we capture the CO2. We go to a methanization plant supplied by ENGIE to produce what we call e-methane, so eCH4. And we have also signed agreements with key users for the co-products, so for the O2 and for the heat. It's a 100 megawatt project. Another one, it's where we have sold our first 6.5 megawatt electrolyzer. So for the Beijing Winter Olympics, so the goal was to supply a fleet of 85 clean buses for the Winter Olympic Games. Other ones, it's a 25 megawatt project that we have realized for Air Liquide in Taiwan. And only to give you some words about the project that we have sold and that we are realizing today in Europe. We have one in Belgium for the airport. We have one in Spain for a very huge oil and gas player. And we have one of 25 megawatt in Belgium for two big actors, Fluxys and Colruyt. So to achieve these ambitions, no choice, so we will focus on the large size electrolyzers. What are the advantages of the large size electrolyzers? First of all, of course, a lower capex, very quickly, because I have some remaining minutes. If we compare one single stack of 5 megawatt and 5 single stacks of 1 megawatt, you will see the advantages we could get on the stack weight, on the pressure vessels, on the piping price, on the instrumentation, on the full electrical scope, including the rectifier and the transformer, and of course, on the footprint. Second advantage, of course, is a lower OPEX, less maintenance and less operations and less spare parts. Perhaps I forgot to give you one word about this. So we have the alkaline technology and we have the pressurized alkaline electrolyzers having an output pressure of 32 bar. So what are the advantages of such a type of technology? Again, lowest capex due to the large size, less noble material than a PEM technology, which is great today when we see the volatility of the raw material prices. The ability to cover the full power range, a decreased footprint, a huge availability of the plant, and avoid, of course, with this output pressure of 32 bar, avoid the first stages of compression, which are the most difficult one, as you know. We are, of course, working on different R&D aspects, increased stack unit size, we have talked about this. We are working on increasing the current density, which will reduce the capex, which will improve the opex as well. We are working, and for me this is a key point, it has to be the number one, we are working on the improvement of the electrolyzer efficiency, which will stay, I would say, not only for us, for all of us, the key R&D work for the next few months and few years. We have an R&D roadmap defining where we will be with our efficiency in the next few months, in the next few years. We are still working on increasing the output pressure of our electrolyzer. Again today, we have an output pressure of 32 bars. We are still working to improve and to increase this output pressure. We are working to increase, to improve the life expectancy of our electrolyzers. And we are, of course, working to be good and to improve the execution and construction of the large-scale industrial projects. So we have different technical teams, R&D teams, who are working on the different aspects, again, to improve day by day our scope of electrolyzers. That's all for me. I stay 12 minutes. So thank you very much for your attention, and I stay at your disposal if you have any question, and we have also our booths not so far from here. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your presentation. Are there any questions right now?
Is your company working on the problem to combine wind turbine, especially offshore wind turbines, together with the electrolyzer to reduce the electronic power equipment more and more?
We have already discussions today with some turbine suppliers, key ones. Yes, it's one of the R&D workshop we are working on. I would not say that this is a priority number one compared with all the other ones. We have to choose, we have to put priorities. It goes fast or too fast. But yes, we are working with some turbine suppliers, yes.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Stefan,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you.